News, Maiduguri.
Away from that, the federal government via the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has approved a 300% increase in electricity tariff for bands B and A consumers in the country. The Vice Chairman of NERC, Musili Oseni, disclosed this while briefing journalists at the NERC headquarters in Abuja. The rate increase will only affect 15% of the electricity customers in the country.
Since the privatization of electricity generation and distribution sectors in 2013, Nigeria has regulated electricity tariffs through the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. Power distribution companies will be allowed to raise electricity prices to 225 naira per kilowatt hour from 68 naira for urban consumers this month, effectively 1st of April. The decision to raise the tariffs nearly threefold within weeks is part of Nigeria's strategy to attract new investment into the energy sector and reduce the substantial $2.3 billion annual expenditure on electricity subsidies.
So completion transition charge is based on the provision of the Act, and it means a revenue that a disco or a trading licensee can be allowed to earn, which will come from other customers, which as a result of the need to meet its total revenue requirement that has been impacted by an exit of eligible customers. Because the discos are not allowed to earn more than what the Commission has determined for them, but if they lose a customer to eligibility, there is a potential for them to lose their revenue, part of their revenue requirements. So there is a provision in the Act that the Commission may at a point in time review any application for such competition transition charge and make a determination and grant approval to the distribution company to earn such a revenue.
Bloomberg News Agency had reported this anticipated hike, noting that it would affect about 15% of the population who consume 40% of the nation's electricity. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority recently announced an increase in the price of natural gas, which fuels over 70% of the country's electricity generation. The new 2024 base gas price has been set for power sector companies and commercial users, as stated by NMDPRA's Chief Executive Farouk Ahmed, marking a shift from the previous rate of $2.18 to $2.42 per 1 million British thermal units. Habib Alawal, TVC News, Abuja.